And we can go through the retail sales data too. So let's actually take a look at the data. So the Census Bureau, this is a government agency or like it's a private company, but they're partnered up with the government and they provide data regarding it's basically household survey data. How much money are people making? How much are people spending at the grocery stores? And they're the ones who typically release the retail sales and core retail sales. So we can take a look at both of those and just see where the most amount of money is coming from. Where's the most amount of sales coming in from? Ooh. All right, sellers are not letting up today. Oof. All right, we're sitting pretty close to stop loss here. I'm considering closing the trade before it hits stop loss, but I want to give it a chance to pump back up, and I don't think it's coming. All right, I'm going to close the trade manual just before it hits SL. Let me mark this off for later just so I can come back and review. All right, that's a little too big. Okay, so we have a potential zone here at 571. We got a level right here at 16,300, and then another level at 15,900. So if the market really does want to go in for a deep retracement, we can see higher time frame. Market had this sort of head and shoulders kind of situation right here at the 88.6. So if it does want to come down, there's a potential area here. And then but we still have one more line of defense at the 16,571. That zone could still turn into support and then could end up helping price kind of maintain that level right there. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Yep. All right. So I've been looking through, and I did talk to a few other folks. It seems like Top Step is the one that a lot of people are using for futures. So I'm going to be giving this a try starting, I believe, next week. I'm either going to wait for a specific setup to get started with the challenge, or I'm going to wait until the January 31st Fed meeting. All right. Because retail sales came out, and I feel like this is one of the main drivers of price action today, let's cover this real quick. So we're looking at the advanced estimates. So these are for December. We got 709 billion, up 6% or up 0.6%, so 6 basis points from the previous month, and up 5.6% above December 2022. Okay. So consumer demand is still high. People are still spending money. Retail sales are still, they're still climbing, especially compared to exactly a year ago. So on a month-by-month basis, sales are up. On an annual basis, sales are up. So this whole idea that we're entering a recession in 2024 and that things are going to significantly slow down, and that's what's going to help drive inflation down. It seems like if spending keeps going, inflation's only going to keep climbing. Like it's really hard. This is like losing weight. So if you're seriously overweight, losing the first 20, 30 pounds is pretty easy. Once you get down to the last 5, the last 10, that's where it just starts to get harder and harder and harder. And it's the same exact thing with inflation. Getting the first chunk of inflation down is pretty easy, straightforward. This last from 3.4% down to 2, that's going to give the Fed a lot of trouble. And if we're seeing sales numbers like this and consumers still active, we can't really have lower prices while consumers are still willing to spend. Like, it's just the way it goes. Let me see. Hold on. We're also looking for the core here. This is what we need. Oh, did I miss it? All right, they're getting all their data from the Fed. Really? All right, let's go straight to the Fed here. And let's do retail. Actually, let's do core. Okay, so just to kind of break down retail sales, that's very straightforward. It's just the amount of sales, the percentage change in sales on a month by month basis. So if people are buying more stuff and they're buying 1% more stuff, then this number would be 1%. Core retail sales just excludes automobiles. Automobile prices fluctuate too much, and automobile demand is like a very seasonal thing. It's like everybody who has a car isn't buying one for another 3-4 years. And then every year there's drivers that turn 16 that have their driver's permits that start to go get cars. And then at some point they become car owners and they want to go out there and get cars. So it's like a wave. And then it kind of skews the data. So they exclude certain things and then they just call that core retail sales. Same thing with, let's say, core CPI just excludes food and energy. Typically, they'll just remove one or two elements that typically skew the data, and they'll just leave out the most important elements that have a direct effect on that bottom number. Make sense? Okay, cool. Some people are saying there's no audio. Is the audio good? I think we should be good. Okay. It looks like the Census Bureau has the best data here. Audio is cool. Yep, yep. All right, let's break down markets real quick. Let's see, DXY. Oh, big surprise, the DXY is bullish. Big surprise, the magnet indicator wins again. All right, in case you guys are just hopping on, I took 2 trades. I took a long position last night on NASDAQ that was still holding through the morning. I ended up taking partial profits on that trade. And then there was another position that I entered right after market open that hit stop loss, or I closed it manually, but it was pretty close to stop loss. Lost 0.4%. Took 2 long positions. NASDAQ and US 30 are in a bearish retracement on the 4-hour and daily. So for the foreseeable next 2, 3, 4 trading days, I'm expecting the markets to remain bearish. Just a side note in case you guys are hopping in late. Now, DXY headed up to the first target, 103.7. We're very, very close. We're very close. We're at 103.6. The next zone of interest is going to be 104.5, then 105.6. You guys can see the numbers here. Go back and reference this later. Okay. While everybody was confused about what was happening, we had the shift already marked off, and then the inverted head and shoulders completion was the icing on the cake that we needed to confirm that the dollar was going to go bullish. Which means that USD JPY, absolute tear right now. And then Euro USD, I did want to see the pullback, never caught this trade. Head and shoulders, very similar to what we're seeing on NASDAQ right now. You guys see left shoulder, head, right shoulder, multiple rejections, and then a drop. Same exact thing that we're seeing on NASDAQ. left shoulder, head, a lot of consolidation, and then a drop. So this is retracement season, which typically January is. Now, did I really want to catch that retracement so I can take a swing position on Euro USD? Yes, but market never gave us that opportunity. Euro JPY is still booming. Final target is 167.6. And yeah, dude, US 30 just climbed right back above. Oh, damn. That's disrespectful. This would be the trade idea for US 30. The market's already established a floor, higher low. And even though the market wicked through that zone, the body is still closing above the 886. This could be a low, higher low situation if this candlestick closes above the 886, which means the market could push the next level. That's dirty. Is NASDAQ going to do the same? Very unlikely. Bryce, I think that 16,571 zone could be it right here.
Yeah, it's looking a little bit better like every minute, it seems like.
US 30 is looking really good.
Yeah, I got in a good position on that one, so.
But you can see every time that there are these opportunities here, these high reaction zones, it's just a scalp, and then it continues bearish.
Yeah, my take profit isn't super high. I'm at 37,380.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
I got another zone here at 37.4.
Yeah, I'll probably shave some partials around there.
Beautiful. The daily looks good.
Yeah.
NASDAQ looks like it wants to go for a bit of a deeper retracement and then wick all the way back up. That's okay. So if the trade is not evident, like self-evident, you don't go in here and try to force a perspective and try to see, okay, what if this happens and what if that happens? No, instead, a lot better to just let it go, let the market reset into something that is very clear. So if the market comes back inside this 4-hour range, very easy. I can buy it in at the bottom of the range. If the market wants to come down and reject this zone and wick back up, I can buy it on the way back up. If it continues to drop through, then I'll just wait for it to come down to 16,300. So allow the market to lead this dance and then just be responsive. Don't be overly reactive, but be responsive. Hey man, could you show us USD CAD? Let's do it. What the? I mean, no surprises here. With a bullish dollar, you're not going to get, with a dollar this aggressive, I mean, you're not going to get any. Okay, so this is very straightforward. We have support, resistance, we got discount, we got premium already marked off. And of course, rejection right at that support zone. How can this get any more clear? Okay, let's look at some potential retracements. Price is coming up to the 886. This could be a zone where you get a little bit of relief. Back down to the 61. Look left. Is there a buying zone here? There is. That was. Here. This is what I'd be looking for personally. Make sense? Now, if the market keeps going and does not have a rejection at the 886, if it just keeps going up and breaks this high, even better. Same zones. Cool. Do you ever look at an individual stock to determine my bias? No, because the NAS100 is well, no, to be honest, no. I'll look at 4 or 5 stocks maximum because with all the stock market indices, there's about 5 names or 7 names, the Magnificent Seven, as they call them, which drive the majority of market share and market price. Okay, so it's Apple, Amazon, Google, Microsoft. Right now it's Nvidia. It used to be Netflix, Tesla. Some of these companies have the biggest impact on the index. So instead of looking at 100 names, I can just look at the top 5. But if Apple is having a great day and the other 4 are not, we're not going to have a positive reaction. Now, I also don't even care about the individual stocks because the NAS index does not represent just the stock market to me. It represents a bet on risk taking and a bet on high returns. So when the Federal Reserve is pumping money into the system and market sentiment is risk on, meaning that investors and traders are willing to go out into the risk curve and take on more risky investments to get a higher return. Typically, we see NASDAQ associated with that high liquidity, high risk sentiment environment. So I'm not really trading NASDAQ in terms of individual stock performance. I'm really looking at it as a sentiment index for whether people really want to get in the game and put on risk to get higher returns, or they want to go somewhere like the industrial stocks with US 30 or gold, which is like commodities and safe havens, versus Bitcoin and NASDAQ and technology stocks. It's possible for U30. The daily is the only time frame that's showing me something attractive. Like the daily looks good. When we go down to the 4-hour candle, I would like to see it engulf at least these two. The 1-hour candle, I would just like to see it close above this area of consolidation, which it's kind of sitting right at that zone. Not the most convincing. 30-minute is decent. We engulfed 1, 2, 3 candles. So the 30-minute is also there, but really it's just the daily and the 30-minute that's looking good. Bryce, I'm gonna let you make that decision, man. You know your pair. The dollar is absolutely ripping though.
I agree with you, Roy, 100%. I got my stop loss and break even, so
Oh, there you go.
yeah, risk free.
Man, I'm seeing all these people confused on social media talking about where's the dollar going? Where's the dollar going? Bro, it was only gonna go one way. Larry said, thanks, Roy, for slapping me upside the head yesterday. First off, I didn't slap nobody yesterday. I haven't slapped anybody in a while, right? It's long overdue. Long overdue. All right, whoever wants to go crazy. But I did not slap anybody yesterday. I just want to make this clear. I don't know what this person's talking about. I'm going through a lean season, and I'm having to be highly solution oriented. There we go. Keep running it up. I consider you one of the mentors. That's dope. Guys, I'm not a mentor. I'm 27 years old. I'm one of the best NASDAQ traders on this side of the Mississippi. A little bit of a degenerate. I'm not your guru. Let me remind everybody of this because I kind of feel like we have to clear the air here. I want to have a shirt made. Max, you're watching this. I am not your guru. On the back. Okay, no, on the front, I am not your guru. On the back, take the fucking trade. That's it. But I appreciate the kind words, and I don't know what I did and how I smacked you up. And you're saying thank you. I am more confused than before I read it, if I'm going to be honest. I might need to reread that once or twice. Bro, you already know. Like, look, I learned from a lot of people on social media, but here's what I found out by doing the FX Summit. Because you get thrown in the middle of industry politics and you get exposed to so many things in the back end, it'll make your stomach fucking turn. Okay? Here's what I learned. Don't idolize people. Rule number 1. Except for Jesus, right? Everybody else is fallible. And if you're going to set high expectations for people and then meet them and they don't meet those expectations, you're going to sit there and be like, oh, there's a whole new... You are the next big thing in trading. You understand? And the only way that you're going to step into those shoes is by focusing on, taking out the information that I can give and then really being able to apply it to yourself, the application of this knowledge. So I just want to make sure that you guys understand our relationship here. Be a student, not a follower. Everybody has followers on social media. A student is trust but verify, It's learn, but go back and back test. Okay, I give you guys a strategy idea, or I give you guys a trade idea. Go and back test this shit. Don't sit there and be like, oh yeah, Roy said it. Yeah. No. Go and back test it. Student, not followers. When are the your entry is my stop loss shirts dropping? Max, I'm 5 seconds away from leaking the entire fucking catalog. But you better get these shirts out before I leak the catalog. I'm about to show these people what you have cooking up, and I'm about to just blow the lid on the whole thing. It's supposed to be a massive surprise. High quality shirts getting made. We had somebody that is on our team take lead, and I just can't wait to show you guys what's up. All right, I'm not gonna Max. I won't do it. Bryce said he's taking partial profits on US 30. There she is. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? I'm having better luck with US 30 than NASDAQ this week. Now, the old me would say something like, oh, I should trade US 30, right? No, I've been doing this long enough to know that I'm going to stick to my guns. NASDAQ is doing its own thing, but this US 30 trade is very, very aggressive. Congratulations, anybody who did take that entry. Who's with Bryce on that one?
I've been loving US 30.
Yeah, I bet you have, brother. It's like he said, whoa, this is great. I wonder why everybody doesn't trade this. That's exactly what happens when you win. No, good shit, bro. Really great calls this week and just great calls for the past 2 or 3 weeks. Everybody say W Bryce in the chats. W Bryce in the chats. This is crazy.
Appreciate the love.
So got a great entry. I'm in US 30. Luke, what's your entry? Shout it out. Shout out your entry if you guys did take the trade. Walter said partials and break even. Shannon's talking about some wick on NAS100. Hold on. Wick on NAS100. Best reliable brokers for big amount. Yeah, now we're getting into territory. First off, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not licensed to promote or advise anybody on which brokerage to use. Okay? Just want to throw that out there. Neither is anybody else in the Forex space. Now, I'm looking at Oanda's price feed right here. Oanda is one of the largest and most regulated brokers in the world. And so if you're looking at Forex and you want to have a regulated broker, there's a top 10 list somewhere that you can look up. Oanda is on that list. Forex.com is on that list. FX, what do you call Ava Trades is on there. Saxo Trades is on there. Black Bull Markets is on there. Pepperstone is on there. Go check out those brokers depending on what jurisdiction you're in. All right. So we're seeing this 88.6 rejection here on NAS. We're sitting right above the 78. Oof. One last entry for the day for me. The trade idea looks like this. The reason I would take it so late is because the risk and reward still adds up. It's still a 2.5 to 1 at this price. Ideally, if we had taken the entry at the 88.6, it would have been a 4.5 to 1. But I'll still take a 2.5 to 1. I'm going to enter a small position here. Keep in mind that the stop loss is about 100 points. So if you're putting on any amount of risk, just make sure that you understand what you're risking and how wide your stop loss would need to be. All right. Let me just write this down real quick.
Roy, can I say something really quick?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, for people who's in that gold trade, just so everyone knows, like it did break that structure at 213, so that trade is not valid. It was one I talked about last night. So I am now waiting for 1998 for our next buy area. So
I think it's gonna wick right through the zone, hit the 78%, and then wick right back above.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm waiting for.
Oh, 88.6 twice? Twice? That's crazy. That zone would be, I got 2,000 right here. Were you doing wick to wick or what?
Yeah, I like doing wick to wick on gold.
Okay. So yeah, we got 1997.
Yeah.
That's the year some of you people were born. All right. I was 96. I was right at the cutoff here. 1997.7 buy opportunity here for gold. I think we're going to see a nice wick through. My final TP for this short trade would have been 2008, which I think that we already hit. And I know I've said this before and I'll say it again. Great year for music. That was the Lil Wayne, golden era right there. Do regulated brokers have demo accounts? I don't know. Does anybody here trade on a regulated broker? I mean, I'm pretty sure they do, right? This is funny. I'm going through Owanda's website yesterday, and I think they have. Hold on, who was their celebrity sponsor? They had like a celebrity sponsor. Fuck, it was Lewandowski. You guys watch soccer? Lewandowski is the sponsor for Owanda. I don't know how this happened. Yeah, it says try a free demo right here. It says you can open an account, trade 70 currency pairs on a range of platforms, including MT4. Man, MetaQuotes is really eating up the game. This is despicable. They have a desktop trading platform. I mean, you can also trade directly on TradingView, which is what I would prefer to do if I was trading Owanda, is you can just hook it up. You can log in directly on TradingView and trade there. Yeah. Okay, so they accept NinjaTrader, TradingView, and then Owanda Pro, which I'm pretty sure is their new sort of like trade locker type system. Everyone's coming out with their own trading platform now. I think that's the future. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. I'm going to be starting a Top Step account here pretty soon. And I'll be doing it live on these streams. W Big Dog Bryce. The YouTube chats are showing love today. It's my first time on this live, and this is great. Well, Ultimate Black Man Radio, welcome to the live streams. Okay, and just in advance, I have to warn you, you're welcome. Okay, the best reliable brokers for a big amount. Yeah, you can't trade indices on Owanda though, correct? Yeah, you can't. But what you can do is you can go to a futures broker or a futures prop firm. Now, I'm personally still a big supporter of prop firms, even though they have a lot of issues, a lot of structural problems. If we're going to talk about the difference between a prop firm and a broker in terms of bang for your buck, let's go through this. How much is Top Step's challenge? Yo, hold on. Top Step offers free coaching? What does that even mean? And they want to do a live streaming platform? Bro, look, if Top Step is watching this, I really like what you guys are offering, and this really does look like it's for traders. But don't go down the same rabbit hole everybody else did. You want to have a streaming platform, which is a massive technological project that you're going to have massive support teams for. Do something that's great for traders, this sort of coaching and outline platform, but also be a funding company. Just pick one or pick two or three, integrate them together and win, because it seems like they have traders' best interest in mind here. Digital coaching with Coach T. How is that trademark, bro? How did you trademark a letter? What are we doing here right now? I'm not going to do this to Top Step. I've heard great things, but wait, I came here to look at the pricing and these people got me fucking distracted. Okay. You have to pay monthly for these prop firms. Let me get this straight. 150K account. The maximum loss limit is 4.5% or less than 4.5%, like 3%. And the profit target is damn near 8%. Yeah, this is so stupid. Who's doing this? They trade directly with CME, I believe. Same with Apex. Dude, you gotta pay monthly for a prop firm account. Okay. All right. Well, that's a stupid example. Let me go through an example with a company that none of us can use anymore, which is FTMO. Now I know that other prop firms are still in the game, they're still active. And so let me just show you if you're gonna put $250 into a broker versus paying $250 for a 50K challenge. The $250 account, by the time that you fund the challenge and do all this stuff, and then you pay all the fees to fund your account, is going to be about 240 bucks. This is what you're starting with. When you get the 50K account, your maximum loss is 10%. And so you really have a $5,000 account. That's your starting line. So with a broker, you have $240. With the prop firm, you have a $5,000 account. Now, if I want to make 500 bucks, I would have to do 100% returns on my live account, on the brokerage account. On the prop firm account, I would have to do 10%. Now, which one do you guys think is easier? Making 100% returns or making 10% returns? And not even easier, which one do you guys think makes more sense from a risk and reward standpoint? I would argue the prop firm account. Now, there's a chance that, so here's really what you have to decide in your mind. Are you more likely to blow the 100%? Or are you more likely to lose this challenge? Like, are you more likely to pass the challenge and make it to 10%? Or to double this account without blowing it? And that depends on your trading strategy, and it depends on, your overall success and your overall results. Awanda does. Yeah, you can't trade indices on Awanda. Heart emoji, heart emoji. Jaleesa, good morning. Oh, wow, bro, I appreciate this. I didn't know this. There you go. With Top Step, you will not pay per month once you're funded. You'll pay monthly if you do not pass your challenge. Oh, so every month that you don't pass the challenge, you have to pay. Okay. Is that kind of genius? Guys, put a 1 if that's absolutely genius. Put a 2 if that makes no fucking sense at all. Let me know. Put a 1 if them charging monthly while you're in the challenge makes so much sense. And put a 2 if this is the stupidest thing you've ever heard. Let me see these opinions here. We're getting a baby rejection here on NASDAQ, but no follow through as of yet. No follow through as of yet. You can trade indices with Oanda in Canada. Yeah, you just can't trade. I mean, you can't trade futures on Oanda, right? So if you can't trade futures, that means they don't allow CFD trading in the States. So if you're a US citizen, you can't do CFD trading. Just somebody please explain to me why the government hates us so much. Like, why is everything that'll potentially make traders money? Now, I understand people lose a lot of money trading CFDs, but people lose a lot of money doing a lot of things like gambling and sports betting in this country. I don't understand why this country wants to over-regulate industries that could actually help people make money. Why do prop firms exist? Why don't they just trade the money themselves? What do you mean, why don't they just trade the money themselves? Oh. Well, what you're really trying to do, and this is what prop firms originally started out as being, is trying to find the best traders. Because what you guys like, this is what you guys got to realize. The reason I love what we do here at Chart Addicts is we actually get to find the best traders. It's going to be the most unexpected person. Prop firms used to pick up a random person off the street on Wall Street, show them how to trade, and see who has the personality for it, who has the genetic makeup to handle high stress situations, to put on big risk, to be decisive and stick to a course of action and have a disciplined outlook and a disciplined and consistent system that they can use. You don't know who that's going to be until you put them in the driver's seat. And so what they would do is they'll give you like a $5,000 account, let you trade it up. And then as you progressed, they would add more and more slowly. None of this like 500K nonsense. It'd be 5K, and then you go to 7 grand, and then 10 grand. Now, what I would use a prop firm for if we did ever start one, or if we did ever have a fund, it would be to find the best strategies. So the way that professional traders look at things is not just, I have one strategy and one system and one thing. It's they have a strategy and a system that works, and then they got 20 of them. So that way you're diversifying the risk across these 20 strategies or 10 different strategies. So now you're not just managing an account, you're managing a portfolio of accounts. Now you could be the one to trade all 20, but that's also that's a headache. So instead, what you can do is you can find 20 strategies that are surefire and working, and then you can apply them into a portfolio based on a risk-weighted. I'm not gonna give you the whole game plan, because this is actually something that we're planning on doing. But this is ideally how you would build a portfolio. You would put an allocation of money based on the risk of each one of these strategies. And then if 5 of these are doing really, really well, and the rest are just shit that week, you're still hedging yourself. Small losses on the 10 accounts that you're losing, decent wins on the 10 accounts that you're winning, and you'll be profitable. Okay. So there's some strategies that just don't work for months in a row. Okay. What do you want to do? Just be losing money for your clients for months? No. These prop firms, are they using the data to do anything productive and to find the best traders and put money behind their strategies? Probably fucking not. And if they are, salute to you. Okay. If they are doing it, and if you're a prop firm that actually is using the data to do something like really cool, like actually build a portfolio of strategies, awesome. If you're just getting money from the winners, paying the losers, keeping the show on the road, you and everybody else. It says NAS is done, big market crash coming. Oh no. We had a little bit of a push above the entry, but now we're kind of looking like sellers are taking back over. I'm not really here to see some kind of like, so I could see a double bottom, or I could see a push back up. If we break this low, not looking good. Now, Dwayne Charts, why do you say it's the biggest market crash? YOLO Trader says, Roy, first off, YOLO Trader, you're about to give me props, you're gonna have to change your name. Okay? No YOLO trading in here. I want to take a moment to show appreciation for giving us your input on knowledge in the markets and economic events. It's really appreciated, and it's my pleasure, YOLO Trader. I appreciate the feedback. Wouldn't the number of losers be greater than the winners? Are you talking about if you have a bunch of strategies or what? Because what you would do is you would find the top 10 strategies out of the 10,000 losers. You would find, like, look at all the winners on the platform. You would find the top 10 of those, and you would put money behind their strategies. Be Brutal says, this is what I meant by a little pullback and rejection of the 5-minute low. Yeah. You mean rejection of the 5-minute low for sells or for buys? You also got fees once you pass the evaluation account and go to a performance account. Okay, come on. He said, yo, what's good, Roy? Hope you're doing well. I'm living the dream. If you guys saw my calendar, if you guys saw the things that we got lined up for this year, you'd understand this smile on my face. Wait till you got to prepaid tax based on last year's profits. Why would you do that, bro? I was having a good morning. Fuck. Ouch. Love being here for the amount of information you give out about the industry. Well, I just give out information about everything, I'm gonna be honest. The industry included. And to be honest, I don't really want this information in my head. I'd be a much happier and much more successful trader if I could just block out all this shit. But I got thrown into the mix. Meaning I walked right into the fucking mix and sat down at the table. And now I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You look behind the curtain. It's a giant smoke screen. You just say, oh no. That's the situation I'm in. Like, if I gotta know this shit, you guys gotta know this shit too. It's the way it works. Okay, stops and break even on US 30 and partial profits booked. That's probably the smartest course of action. This is looking really good on the daily, but all the other time frames look like this is just a pullback for more shorts. So make sure that you guys are being responsible with your accounts. Understand that sellers are still in control here. And until we see the market confirm longs, meaning like we actually see a full wick rejection and body closures above certain support levels, then there's still a chance that sellers take back over. Be responsible with your risk. Make sure that you guys are doing the right thing for your account. Patience is a virtue. Love being here, the amount of info. Yep. I meant for a buy to get a better entry. I don't really like to use the 5 minute for the re-entries because, you'll see the 5 minute retest here. It kind of looks like it's breaking under, or it might just start breaking above. It's a little bit deceiving. It's a lot easier to go up to the 15 minute or the 30 minute even. And right now, the 30 minute would need to close back above my entry for any of this stuff to be relevant. Regardless what the 5 minute says. So watching it on the 30, number one, it'll slow your heart rate down a little bit. When you're watching it on the 5 minute and you're seeing a constant stimulus coming at you, it's going to be a little bit tough for you to react or to not overreact. But when you're on the 30 minute time frame and you have a much wider view, you have a lens, and you can just look at 30 minute closures, you're going to be a lot more likely to just hold a trade and be patient with it, as opposed to watching it on smaller time frame. Okay, we're getting a little bit of a rejection, but again, we got to see something solid on the higher time frames. The 30 and the 1 hour look the exact same. Look at this. 30 minute, 1 hour. So a closure on either time frame would be valid. The closure above the zone. Dwayne Chart says DXY going to 120. Welcome to the club, Dwayne. And then even further, let's do I have a 3-year target on the DXY for 120. And I have a 5-year target on the DXY. It depends on how much money we print between now and then. I'll reassess that one in a couple of years. Appreciate all you for streaming live here on YouTube, Roy. Learning a lot from you. Well, Mikey caught pips. Good for you. I'm glad that you're taking something away from this. A lot of people get on here. I'm going to tell you guys. Readers, I'm going to give you guys some cliches that are actually true. Readers are leaders. Kind of true, right? You have to be very competent if you want to be out here and be a leader and do all these things. So that's number one. Stay coachable and always keep learning. Number two is note takers are money makers. That one is fucking true. Because you could listen to 17 hours of trading content of all this stuff, and if you're not writing down a specific note of something that's important to you, you're not going to make money. If you're taking notes and then you catch something that I said out of an hour and a half call, you catch one thing I said and you write that down, and that helps you start making more money. That's what's going to take you to the next level. So be deliberate while you guys are on here. Make sure that you're taking good notes and make sure that you can actually apply this stuff so that your learning curve is not 6 months or 8 months or 12 months. Why you want to make this thing take longer? Let your learning curve be 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, and then get to the point where you're confident. All right, so be deliberate. Why wouldn't you get in on another 88.6 retest? Because when the market is looking this sketchy, when you have a head and shoulders formation, you've had a quadruple top at the 88.6, the market is selling off aggressively here, and we're at the all-time highs. Why would I want to use this opportunity to start layering trades and entering extra trades? Now, this is one of those times where you take your foot off the gas, you take your finger off the trigger, you put a light amount of risk, and then if the market recovers, it's beautiful. Now we can know the market direction. But with all the signs stacked against you that sellers want to take back over, you want to enter more positions, you're just asking to blow your account, or you're asking to blow back the profits that you've made. I'm telling you guys, protecting your account is the #1 priority. Knowing when the conditions are stacked against you and when they're in your favor, very, very crucial. When you have 15 different confirmations that sellers could take over, not the time to start stacking trades. And plus, I already have 2 positions. So, I mean, I'm already in. Floating about 0.25% on this account. Over 0.25%. Almost 0.3. The first target is 16,670 right here. So just kind of a push up, another 30, 40 points. And then I'm going to be taking partial profits, moving my stop loss to break even, and then letting this trade ride. All right, let me know if you guys have any questions. That only counts on zones that are actually important. We gotta stay here. We gotta be very clear what you're asking. What I would do is having a 15-minute engulfing means there are some reactions and possibly of an inversion. You get a first impulse and pull back. With the pullback, you want to wait for a rejection of the 886 fib. I get it, but the 15-minute is too inconsistent because what they're trying to do is like the market will feed you reads on the 5 and 15-minute to try to entice a certain outlook, and then I'll just whipsaw the other way. I like to look at trading as a binary thing. The market is either going to go up here or it's going to fill the wick and go down. That's it. And I can keep looking for confirmations to try and get ahead of that curve, or I can accept the fact that trading is a game of probability-weighted decisions. And there's a probability the market goes up, and there's a probability it goes down. And I'm betting that there's a higher probability that it goes up. And if I can keep trading binary like that, I'm not going to sit here and try to outsmart the market. What I'll do is I'll make decisions based on risk management, not in terms of where I think the next candle is going to go or what I think is going to happen next. Make sense? Where I always get at least 1 nugget of gold per stream. Thank you. Well, real Biggie Smalls, good to see you on here again. Great morning. Hope you're having a very productive day so far, because it just got a whole lot more productive by getting on this stream. Okay, ladies and gents, price is still playing around that zone. Oh, went a bit too far. So we're either going to retest this candle and then push up, or we're going to fill this candlestick and close below the bodies. If we close below the 30-minute body, then I'm going to exit this trade. If we come down here and then wick back above, trade is still valid. That only count. Anyone got in the gold shorts this morning? Yeah, Roy, facts. Believe me, man, I'm taking notes right now. Then after the call, I go back on the charts and apply and back test the best I can. Let's fucking go, Mikey. That's what I'm talking about. It's the people that actually put in the work on these streams that make all the money. And it's the people with their face in their hand talking about some, oh, this is fun to watch in the morning, right? It's those folks that are not making any money. Like, I'm being for real. If you actually take this shit seriously, you're getting paid on these streams. If you've been watching these and wondering to yourself, how are these people so excited in the morning? And why are these people so fired up to be on these streams? It's like you're probably reading a message from somebody who's actually using the info and making money. Hard not to be in a good mood when the checks are coming in, when the trades are playing out. Straight up. So use the info. It's for free. All right, I'm gonna go through this data stuff later. Big announcements coming in for FX Summit speakers. Got something pretty exciting for all of you. Got something pretty exciting. All right, I'm gonna be right back. Bryce, can you hold down the fort real quick? I'm gonna run to the restroom, grab something to drink. I'll be right back.
Yep, I got you, bro.
Yo, are you at your computer, Bryce?
Yeah. But I am here at work, so I'm
Oh,
kind of
okay. No worries,
yeah
no worries.
running it out. Yeah.
All right. Good morning, Kiana. Good morning. You said YouTube is not showing your comments. Dwayne Charts. No, I saw a few of your comments before. You said NAS is done, the biggest market crash this year. You've been saying a bunch of stuff. All right, we're right back. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 17 days in the year. You either had 17 days of bullshitting, 17 days of doing the same exact shit you did last year, or you had 17 days of getting momentum. Let me also remind you that January 12th is known as National Quitters Day. This is typically the day where most people give up on their New Year's resolutions. Now, I'm gonna let you guys know, we're 17 days in the year. I still got my fucking warm-up jersey on. I want to let you know that you have two choices this year. You can either become one of these people that's like, yeah, that was too hard. Let me just try again. He said a couple of my comments are hidden also. That doesn't make sense. I don't get it. We have a couple moderators in the YouTube comments. Hopefully they'll figure this out. I don't know. Don't care. As much as I love you guys here on YouTube, let me just be completely real. We never have issues on the Zoom. All right. Well, sometime. We never have big issues on the Zoom. Hopefully they'll let you guys know where my head's at. Okay, 17 days of excuses, or you guys had 17 days of progress. A lot of the Chart Addicts members, I was urging everyone to start making progress in 2023 so that when you get into this year, you already have momentum. And I'm so proud of this team. I'm proud of the Chart Addicts members that are on this Zoom call right now. These are the folks that I've seen already have, like, you guys have already hit the ground running in 2024 because you didn't have to do the start and stop thing that everybody else was doing. So now when everybody else is kind of just wiping the crust off from the holiday season and really trying to get some momentum going for this year, we're already trailblazing. We're already kind of gliding through. So for the rest of you guys that have not made a commitment this year to have a better future, to have a better life, you're 17 days in. So the real question is, what else are you waiting for? Someone going to drop down from the sky and just, change your life? No, it's on you. Take your life serious. It's 17 days in. You're either still watching bullshit, you're either still wasting time, you're either still playing games, or you're moving towards your better future. You're learning new skill sets, you're adapting and growing, you're making sure that you're not getting, like, you don't want to get left behind in a world that is moving so fast. And that doesn't mean you have to be on every little thing. It means you have to just be deliberate by cutting out certain things that are wasting your headspace and being able to understand what's happening around you. The world is going to look so different in 3 years, in 5 years, and in 10 years that if you don't adapt, that if you don't have your head out of the sand, you're going to feel like you don't recognize the world that you're living in. Talk to any old person now that doesn't understand the internet. Bro, I'm trying to talk to them about ChatGPT. We're already on ChatGPT. We're already past ChatGPT now, and these people are still trying to get on the internet. You can't live in a world like that where the world is moving so quickly and you feel like you're left behind. It doesn't, there's no dignity in that. So make sure that you guys are aware of what's happening around you. You're not letting your job outgrow you. You're not letting your responsibilities outgrow you. You're not letting your family, right? The skills that you need to raise a great family, you're not letting that outgrow you. You need to stay ahead of the game by committing yourself to personal growth. And the only way to do that is to start eliminating the shit that's taking up your time. All the shit that's taking up your time. What might that be? Watching this, listening to that, right? Enough with the audiobooks. Go fucking do it, right? A lot of you don't read enough David Goggins. You know what he said? Run, right? He said, who's going to carry the boats? Go carry some fucking boats, right? It's time to actually go carry a boat. This is crazy. Almost there, almost there, almost there. Bryce, I just want to give you a massive shout out, brother. This was a great call on this 88.6. Couldn't have been any better, and I could not have called a better trade myself. Absolutely brilliant. Just to show you guys the level of where you can get with the skill. How long is Bryce, how long have you been trading with this system?
With the system for
Just like at least using an 88.6 for entries and just kind of looking at the ranges like this.
consistently about 8 months.
8 months? Look at this fucking entry, bro. Like, come on, man. There's a tear going down my eye. You can't see it because I don't actually cry. I'm not a puss. But like you guys can actually see it, kind of. It's starting to form in there.
It's like I learned from you or something. I don't know. It's weird.
Oh, it's almost like the strategy works.
Yeah, it's weird.
This is crazy.
Dude, it's true though. I mean, yeah, it works, bro. There's nothing to it. It works. And just doesn't work on NASDAQ either.
Yo, I just made this trade is running $400 in about a 15 or 30 minutes. All right. So this is probably somebody here's daily salary or 2 days or 3 days salary, depending on how much you're getting paid. In about 30 minutes. Yo, everybody drop a comment in the YouTube chats. Let me see if there's something wrong with the YouTube chats.
Bro, I just went on there and I looked and it doesn't show that anyone's hidden.
Yeah, me either. So when the rate cuts begin this year, do you think the Fed will stop the bank term funding program? Yo, this man David Sanchez asking about the BTFP. Yo, son, now a real tear might come down my eye. David, bro, this is a tear right here. Yo, can somebody, David, here's what I got for you. Because I know that I've seen you on every single live stream. You're always supporting. You've sent a bunch of super chats. Reach out to us at info@chartaddictsfx.com. And then I have a free month membership for you to the VIP community. Okay. Now, in terms of the bank term funding program, the answer is not even close. I saw a post yesterday, and I'm actually going to send it to myself here. I'm actually going to send it to myself. I'm going to take partial profits off this rejection here. Just close that higher entry, and I'm actually going to move my stops to break even on the NASDAQ trade. And just leave the rest running in profit. Okay? Beautiful stuff. All right, but yeah, I'm actually going to send this to myself because I got to show you guys this. The banking sector is so much worse off than it was when the Silicon Valley Bank situation happened. Here it is. Unrealized gains and losses. Okay. So this is the unrealized losses on investment securities with the top banks. Okay. When the Silicon Valley and First Republic bank crashes happened, the reason was they were sitting on a bunch of unrealized losses on some treasury securities and bonds that had not matured. So they weren't even at maturity. And then a bunch of people started taking their money out and there was a bank run. And so they had to sell a bunch of these securities at a loss in order to give people their money back. And they ate a massive L and they had to get bailed out. Now, if you look at the unrealized losses are higher than ever on these investment securities. We are one bank failure away. We're one bank run away from a massive systemic problem in the banking sector. The FDIC showed us that they do not have the bankroll to bail out these firms. So the bank term funding program, I think, is only going to blow up, and they're going to try to hide it in between a bunch of other funding programs. Probably, if there is some kind of recessionary environment, and then they start some kind of QE light, like a very calm version of QE, and they start to cut rates, they'll probably hide an increase in the BTFP somewhere in there. This is an absolute disaster, right? Even 2008, like, come on, man. Now, if they're held to maturity, then these are not going to be losses. This will only be a problem if people try to pull their money out early. And if they try to pull their money out early, they're going to gut the entire system. And so that's a tough one. This is dry tears. Yes. Strategy works for everything. I get questioned every day on why my entries are on certain places. I tell people, thanks to Chart Addicts, go sign up. Walter, I appreciate you, bro. Walter, you've done enough master classes. You could teach one at this point. My boy knows this stuff. Okay. All right. I'm seeing a ton of messages here in the YouTube chat. So it looks like the messages are coming through. Liked and subscribed. Love your work. Well, Sam Kazi, welcome. It's okay, bro. Let that tear of joy out. It doesn't happen. I try. It doesn't happen. I've cried probably twice in the past 5 years. One of them was at the FX Summit 1, and the second one was at the FX Summit 2. I was on stage with Anthony Pompliano. I looked over and I was like, bro, how many classes did I used to skip in college and watch these videos and learn about crypto and make money? And I'm on stage. I'm looking at this stuff. I saw a silent tear. A silent tear come down my eye. I saw it land on my lap. I said, what is this? I thought there was a leak in the ceiling. I had no idea what was happening to me. I said, hey, how'd you get MT4, MT5 on Mac? This is back in the day. I downloaded it on the Mac store, the Mac app store, the Apple Mac store, Mac Apple store app. I don't know. It's the app version of MetaTrader. Did he ever address? Yes, I did, David. There we go. How did I get? Said, thank you, bro. You just made my day. David, welcome to the group, bro. You've been taking all the trades. You've been making seriously good money. You've been paying attention. You've been asking great questions. And that's exactly what we want in the group chat. So get in there, come add some value, come get some value. And that's what it's for. It says, men don't cry, just tears shed. Yeah. Man, I'm fucking around, bro. Everybody cries. Everybody does whatever. I mean, I don't know a lot of people, like, I don't personally, I'm not a big crier, but I just get upset in a different way. Everybody gets upset in a different way. But then again, I also just go do a lot of kickboxing. You don't really, like, you gotta get shit out of your system. Beating people up, taking a few shots, but then mostly beating people up. It's a great therapy. Why would you cry? If I want to cry, I'll just hang out with Golly and Bryce for about 20 minutes. Just get bullied to death and just fucking, if I really wanted to cry. I said, I think I'm ready to join the team, Roy. Do you think or do you know? We'd love to have everybody here who's a serious trader. So listen to me. Here's the qualities that we're looking for if you guys want to be part of the group. Because we used to have an open community where you could just pay a certain amount per month and you can get in. We stopped that because we're trying to have serious traders around the community. When you go read a message in here, it's not supposed to be a waste of a message. It's not supposed to be something that should distract you on your phone. More stimulus. It's supposed to be something that adds value to your journey, adds value to a trade idea, adds value to your execution on a trade. So the people we're looking for have to be competent, meaning, you know, they have to be committed to trading. So you're not just here because somebody talked you into it. You're not just here because, you know, you want some short-term results, whatever it might be. You're here because you understand what trading is and you're committed to being successful in the long term. And then the third one is that you take this stuff serious. Like, yeah, we're always having fun. We're always joking in the chats. But at the same time, like, what you're trying to do here is make enough money to change your life circumstance. That's serious. At the very end of the day, your family is relying on you. As funny as it is and as cool as it is, your family needs you to get this shit together so you can go on those vacations, so you can invest in your children's future, send them to school, so you can do all those things. And if you're fucking around with it, you're taking it as a game and you're trying to just be like, oh, kick the can down the road, you're never going to have the results that you're looking for. And so, if you are a serious trader committed to the long term, that really wants to invest in themselves and that really wants to get around a bunch of other people that are growth minded, then you belong in the Chart Addicts community. Hit us up and find out how you guys can join. So reach out to us, info@chartaddictsfx.com, or just click the link in the description below. That's going to give you guys all the answers that you need. Said, well said, bro. Respect. It's the truth. Some people are trading for cars, for glamour, for recognition. Imagine trying to trade for recognition. Imagine trying to trade for clout. Like we all have an ego, and sometimes the ego wants you to prove something to somebody other than you. The only people that you need to worry about is your direct family, the people around you that depend on you, because that's who's going to, like, this is the life that you're building. Imagine the social media platforms melted tomorrow. All of them get hacked. You're done. You still have to reckon with the decisions that you've made. You still have to reckon with the life circumstances that you put yourself in. And whatever momentum, whatever progress you made or did not make is going to show in that moment. So only trade for one thing, and that's to take care of your family, to take care of your life, to set a better future, financial freedom, whatever your core reason is. That's what you should be trading for. And yeah, it really is. Like, trading can be a game, or you guys can take it serious enough to make the progress you're looking for. So let's show some love in the chats. All this is for free. Yeah, W in the chat for Roy. This is pure gold. Bingo. Appreciate you, Bryce. And yeah, it's free. Isn't that fucking nuts? When I was looking at free information back in the day, I was having people saying goddamn anything on YouTube. Just literally saying anything, entertaining anything. I had to sit here and just really just take my notes and just to be able to pick up nuggets. He says it's the best therapy. Well, it's kind of like masochism, right? Hanging out with you guys. It's like oh, I want to go get fucking bullied today. You just FaceTime Golly. Said game
Why you
change.
haven't called me all week, man?
What's up, bro?
Is that why you haven't called me all week?
No, I was trying to let you enjoy your vacation.
Bro.
I was like, oh, he's on a trip. You know, why would I call him and you know what I'm saying? Like bother him on a trip. He's probably eating that New York food, just having a great time. He's probably flying around. Right? Why would I call you?
Oh man. It's all love.
It fucking feels like it, bro. I'm feeling the love, right? Feeling the love. Bro, gee, I'm not gonna ever forgive you trying to make people think that I bully you and then say put a 2 in the chat if you deserve a raise. Well, you really put me on the spot a few times. So like if you guys see me, you know, some of you guys are new. You don't understand the relationship between me and Gali. Gali has tried to make me look horrible in front of everybody repeatedly, right? He'll make it seem like I abuse him at work and whatnot. None of that is true. Gali, you have to verify this, bro. People still think it's true.
Pat, is this true? Do I make Roy look bad in front of you guys? Do you guys dislike Roy because of me?
Yo. What kind of fucked up framing of a question is that? Bro, I feel like I'm talking to Christine Walker right now. Leave me the fuck alone. I felt like I was getting interviewed by Greg Gutfeld. He's like, yo, so you said, yeah, in this quote here, it says, I like oranges. So are you saying you hate apples? I'm like, Greg, what? He said, I did apply to join. Where did you apply? 2 people said W. You guys are fucking whack. All right, here's what we're going to do. YouTube stream. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you guys took something away from this. Sam Kazi and everybody who's new, everybody who supports us and has been supporting us. I appreciate all of you guys from the bottom of my heart. I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning live for a market open stream The rest of you guys that don't want to comment, don't want to throw out W's, hopefully you enjoyed some of the free value. We'll catch you guys later. Take it easy. Peace. All right. YouTube is being a bunch of entitled bums. They want